day, everyone. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, those of you that celebrate that. If not, I hope everybody else had a happy Thursday. Welcome to Learning to Paint with me, Peter A., where you get to watch me teach myself to paint. Today, we are going to be painting Bob Ross's Blue Winter, which was season 21, episode, what episode was that? That was season 21, episode 10. Now in this painting, I only am going to use 3 colors. That's all he used. Titanium white, Prussian blue, and midnight black. So let's put that up on the screen. There we go. That's today's colors. So this is going to be a cold winter scene from his description. Now he did it on his normal 18 by 24 inch canvas. I'm using a 16 by 20. It's already been coated with a coat of liquid white. And hi, Yuli. How are you? Let's see where I lost where that was. There we go. So we're gonna start with making a sky. Now, Bob used a 2-inch brush because he was using a bigger palette. I'm going to use a 1-inch brush. Every time I use a 2-inch brush, I always put too much things on, too much paint. So I'm going to start with a little bit of midnight black and Prussian blue. Now, I'm going to brush mix these right here on the palette, and I want to put it more toward the black side or the darker side. If you want to make it cold, you want to use more black. It will make it more of a cold picture. If you use more blue, it will make it a little bit warmer picture. So I'm going to start here up on the left-hand side and use a little X cross strokes or X strokes. And let's see how, oh yeah, that color looks good. I want a kind of a bluish gray. And I'm just going to start applying this with, like I said, with little X strokes, working my way across and down. And as I add this to the canvas, you'll notice when I start moving down, it'll start to get lighter as it mixes with the liquid white. So I'm going to just keep doing a little X pattern. Fill this in. I want to go down to about, I don't know, halfway almost. And bring it across. And just kind of blend this in a little bit. Get rid of any big streaks. Okay. Now we can just go across and kind of blend it out. And as easy as that, you have a little sky going. Stand back a little and take a look. Yeah, that looks so good. There we go. So now, need to add a little water. We'll go back into the blue and the black, because that's our only colors. And I'm going to add the water going in from the outside in with straight horizontal strokes. Fill in this side. And actually, this will end up being good for shadows too for the snow that we're going to add. Come in from this side. And again, I'm going to leave a little spot in the center open for like a shimmer. And a little more. There we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna use a fan brush, load it up with some titanium white, and make some clouds. I'm gonna load a good amount of titanium white onto both sides of the brush. Can wiggle it, draw it through. Make sure it's loaded up really good with a lot of paint. And I'm gonna go. And we're going to start and use a little circular motion and just scrub in the cloud. And don't stay in one spot because, as Bob said, you end up with a cotton ball. And we don't want cotton balls. We want puffy clouds. So I wiped a little bit of the blue that I picked up on a paper towel to get rid of it so I don't contaminate as much into the white. I'm going to add some more. Go up this way. Go off the like that. Maybe let's go this way. Take a little bit. So now I'm going to take. I'm actually going to use a 2-inch brush. I'm going to blend out the bottom of the cloud just using the very top corner of the brush. I'm going to barely be moving it and just basically in a little circular pattern to blend out the bottom edge of that cloud. Just round and round, blend it in. Blend, blend, blend. I'm going to brush off some of the excess paint that it's picking up. Back to blending. And blend, blend. Let's blend this little bit in here. It's off. And now we're going to fluff with little, in a curved motion, upward curved. Just fluff the clouds up. Get it red. And then lightly go across. Get rid of any brush marks. Fluff them up nice. And just barely touch it going across. There we go. So now let's add another little line of clouds down right below that. Let's start right here. Again, circular pattern. We only care about the top edge of the cloud because we're going to blend that bottom part out again. Wipe the blue off a little. Reload some white. And scrub some more. He goes down this way a little. Okay. Again, I'm going to actually switch to a 1-inch brush for this. Might be easier. Oh yeah. So blend out the bottom. Little circular motion. Just using the very tip of the corner. And blend, blend. There you go. Wipe off the excess. And then fluff them. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Let's see. A little bit more right there. Got a hair. Try to get rid of some of these brush lines. I'm barely touching the canvas. A lot of times they say, people, and Bob said, to get rid of the little stringy things. I actually like the little stringy things because you do kind of see them in clouds when you're looking at clouds. Okay, there we go. Let's. Now the next thing he did was he added a row of dark clouds. So let's give that a shot. Now we're going to go into the blue and the black because that's our only colors. All right, is that what we want to do? No, I think we need to make it gray. So hang on, we do that. Let me clean that brush off. I need to start with white, I believe. And ooh, hello, Jess. How are you? Clean this off a little. Let's take some of this white, put it over there, and then take some of this blue and black and mix it in here. See if we can get a nice gray, no black. There we go, getting gray, a little black. Not dark enough. We need a little darker. All right, let's give that a try. Let's come up and give this, it's he starts right here. Some more of that. Here comes. Let's go here. Bounce over here a little bit. Just tap this. Something to blend. Now, it's my 1-inch brush in the bottom of this. And I want to blend the bottom of this until it almost disappears into the sky. Circle, circle, circle. Bottom of this one done. Blend in so it can't tell where it starts and stops. All right, and then let's fluff it up. Fluff, fluff. I usually don't have good luck when I add dark clouds and light clouds together, so let's see how this one works. Oh, it's a little hair. Come on. Trying to get rid of some of the brush strokes. And in between going back to the canvas, I'm wiping the brush on a rag. Right there. There we go. All right, so let's add another row of white clouds in front of that. So we go into the white. A bunch of white on there. And then, let's see, this starts right here. Comes in like so. And what's here? Like that. Take this brush again, and then the bottom out. So now all this is doing is adding layers. So you have your first layer, your second layer, your third layer, excuse me, and then this fourth layer, which gives the painting, of course, depth. So this is the start of the layering of the canvas, you could call it. Blend these out and blend and fluff. Yeah, I might need to add a little more to this front one. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that looks all right. Let's take it with that. What do you think? Think that looks okay? Looks like a bunch of clouds. Hey, Danny. All right. Let's see. So I've got them. Did the white clouds. What are we gonna do now? Gotta make the mountains. Let's see. So I'm gonna take the dirty brush that I used, put the dark cloud in. And let's take some blue and some black. Use this to actually make a mountain instead of a knife. So, where do I want to start the mountain? Let's start it right here. And just kind of cut in a mountain. No, we just need to pay attention again to the top edge. Don't care about underneath it. Let's make it click up this way and down. Yeah, that's a good start, I think. Load the brush a little more. And then let's go up this way and then down. And going back up again. And down. Up and down. fill in just a little bit underneath. Pull some of this down away from that top. And I think that's a good start. Let's finish off the other side. So, this way. One right there. Something like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Hey, look at that. Hey, Iris. How are you? Okay. I need to get a brush. Let's use this 1-inch brush and pull some of this down. And it will mix with the liquid white below it, get lighter, and almost create a mist. And you can just pull all this across. Try to keep that top edge straight. I don't see how they paint with the 2-inch brush. I have so much trouble with that thing. It's a monster. I'd rather use the 1-inch. And just think, there used to be a 2.5-inch brush when they first started doing this painting style. When William Alexander was doing it, it was a 2.5-inch brush that he used. And then Bob whittled it down to a 2-inch. A little more right there. There we go. Just kind of put this down. There we go. I am going to make a post this week in the community tab with what to purchase, and then in a couple of weeks we'll do a paint along. I will take, I'll put up a poll and try to get it when most people can do it with me at the same time. So hang tight. I'll get you a list of what you need to buy. I'm going to try to keep it as cheap as possible too. So. All right, so now we need to put some snow on the mountain. Let's take some titanium white, pull it out, take a little roll, and I'm just going to scratch in some snow. Oh, the indication of some snow here. There we go. Put a little one here, and then pay attention to the lay of the land when you're doing it. And as I go down, I'm going to turn the knife and get wider with the paint. And try to get it to break like it normally does, and there it goes. Probably could have curved that a little more. I'll come back and fix it afterwards. So let's go here. Just shoop. There you go. Well, you can drink wine while you're doing it. I'm not going to drink wine. This will come around a little more. There we go. Wipe the knife off and get some fresh white. A little in here too. Oh. Now I get why Bob taped his knives up too. Sometimes I can't even see what I'm doing because it's reflecting right in my eyes. All right. Get this to run together a little more. There we go. So I'm reading the chat. You're exactly right. I don't like painting in acrylics because it dries way too fast. By the time you get halfway done, whatever you had on the bottom is already drying. It's same with the top. You can't go back and fix anything. I tried it once and I didn't even bother again. I went straight back to oils. I actually threw the paint away. I just bought tiny little tubes to try it. The only thing good with acrylic is it cleans up easy with water and soap. But oils clean up pretty easy with the odorless thinner. And I'm actually going to do a couple of videos on how to do the cleanup, or at least how I do the cleanup. Because after, like today, after I'm done painting, it takes about 15 minutes to clean all the equipment and change the thinner. I have the thinner in 3 different containers. I have whatever I would use today will go in the first container. But before I put that in there, anything that was in that container would go into number 2 and vice versa. Anything that was in number 2 would go into number 3, with 3 being the cleanest. And like I said, I'm going to make a video about that and you'll see what I mean. Let's finish these off. Okay. Let's come here. Just to swoop down a little bit. Go. Yeah, oils are very forgiving because then you can just scrape it off and redo it if you don't like it. I found that to be very easy. But here. And a little more. This to blend in with each other here. Go. Looking a little better. I'll take just a touch of this gray. Let's see if I do this. What does it do? It doesn't really do anything. Okay. So, where? Here's a perfect example of oils, why oils are good. I don't like that, so I'm going to take my brush I used to make this mountain and I'm just going to color right back over that. And look at that. What I put on is gone. Well, here's a thinner. I mean, you can use linseed oil. Just, I find using the oil other than to thin the paint, but if you're trying to use it to clean, I don't like using it. But this is, let's see, this is what I bought previously. You don't smell it at all. It's artist grade oil. I mean, artist grade thinner. It's not like the same, like if you went to Home Depot to buy it. And then of course, I just picked this up when I ordered the beginner's kit because I needed some more. It does go, it does evaporate a little bit. I probably have this full, and I bought a little bottle when I was beginning, and that's probably evaporated and been used now. Yeah, show you. I keep the thinner in an orange juice container. That's clean thinner. It has a little green tint to it. It always does. Everything that you basically paint with ends up with a green tint from the paint. So that I consider normal. But like this would be the first container. You put it in here. Then once it's sitting for 3 or 4 days, then you pour it into the second container. Let the second container sit for 3 or 4 days, and then pour it into the third container. And that way you constantly have clean thinner as you're painting. I haven't run out of where I needed to open up and add thinner. Okay, so where were we? We got the snow on the mountains. Actually, this kind of looks square to me. I'm gonna fix this. These all look a little squarish. Just kind of mess up the edge. Looks a little better. Yes, it is self-cleaning as you put it through the buckets. Everything just settles down the bottom, and then you just make sure when you pour it slowly so any of the sediment doesn't come up. And I'll actually, after I clean it this time, I'll let it sit for a couple of days and I'll do a video on it. But all right, so we did the mountains. So now, where are we? We need to add some trees. So I'm going to take my brush, 1-inch brush, go into the gray color. Just tap some of that gray color onto the 1-inch brush. And then right here, I'm going to just pull straight up. going up the side of the mountain, kind of. So it looks like there's a bunch of little trees there. I need to get better than that. A little bit more there. There we go. I'm going to take a clean 1-inch brush. I'm going to pull up real lightly. There we go. It kind of looks like trees going up the mountain. Now, I'm going to put some snow under that. I'm going to take my little knife, a little bit of paint. I need more than that. Just kind of put the indication of some snow right along underneath these trees. Probably should have brought that color down a little more, but I think it'll be all right. Some snow under there. A knife. All right. Now, let's need the fan brush that had that gray on it. Load up some more to make a little more gray. Some of the white. Head over there. Mostly black. Not too dark, but I don't want it too light either. Just a hair more. That's good. All right. So let's put a line of trees, some evergreens. I want them. Boop, boop, boop. Let's start them right here. And you just basically tap and slightly pull down. And you don't want to make them all the same size because you don't want them to look like telephone poles or fence posts. And you also want to make sure you load your brush very well and keep it loaded while you're doing this. Let me just put in some trees. The brush. That's about far enough down that end. Now, as I go down this end, I'm going to get smaller, so it looks like it's going away from us, which again helps with putting depth into the painting. So just want to kind of use the very top of the brush and get small as we do that. You can just fill in a little bit underneath. Now, take a clean, dry 1-inch brush, drop it on the floor. Okay, and we're gonna make some mist under these, so take it and just lightly tap, tap, tap. It creates a mist below the tree line. It's amazing how a little bit of paint underneath the liquid white, the things you can do with the other paints on top of it. Simply blending them right on the canvas. All right, let's get rid of the extra paint, and we're going to pull straight up lightly, really touching the canvas. Up, 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 up. There we go. Okay. So, now, I'm going to add a row of foliage and trees in front of that. So I'm going to take my hand brush again and go into that gray color, but I'm going to add some more black to make it a little darker. So I'll go over here in the black, grab some black, mix it in here. I'm going to have to put out some more black. There we go, that's a little darker. So now I'm going to go right in front of where that mist is. We're going to add the indication of some foliage or some growth here. Just bring it along. Just by tapping the canvas, just to add some color to it. Some things kind of come up. Looks like there's little bushes and grass growing. Have that come right off to about there. And then down we can actually put in the indication, a little evergreen tree. Just slightly tap, going from left to right. Look at that, a little evergreen tree. That's another one. One right next to tiny one right here. There we go. We can have another one that lives right about here. Let's use some more paint to mix some more. I'm almost out of it. Just tap, tap, go left to right. Another little evergreen tree. Hey, how are you? What's up, Zach? Zach is being nice, Jed. I'll be nice and not call you your other J name. Let's do one more right here. Again, just tap, go left to right. Hey, Baker. All right. Let's see. Let's see. What do I want? I need to make a shadow. So we're gonna use a 1-inch brush with some titanium white on it. Some white. And then I'm gonna pull and add some snow. And I'm gonna pull a little bit of this dark color to use as a shadow. You'll see what I mean in a second. I'm gonna add some snow, but we're just gonna pull a little bit of that dark down with it to use as the shadow. Wipe some of that dark off and reload some more white. And add some more snow along here. Okay. Let's see. What is next? How far down do I want to go? We want to add some more here. So as you see, the darker blue underneath actually adds shadow to the snow as you put it on, which is a cool little trick. Let's go to about there. There we go. So now we need a reflection. So let's take some of the dark color and start about right here and start pulling this down as a reflection. Let's go. How far over do I want to go? Go a little farther. You got to make sure you pull these straight down. And you can also add a little white, which will help give it a sheen or a shimmer when I do the ends part. All right, and then I'm going to take a clean, dry 2-inch brush and lightly go across. Oh, what is that? And voila. There's the start of our reflection, an edge of the pond. All right. Hey, Jamie. Let's see. We need make more liquid white. We need to add water line. So we need some liquid white. And take a little bit of liquid white out. Throw it up here on the palette. And take a little bit of the titanium white. Mix that with it. Just kind of thins down that titanium white, which is very thick paint compared to most of the rest of it. Okay, so cut across. We can start adding a water line in. Let's start right here. And then rub it right into the canvas. Reloading. I'm going to make sure these are straight, not at an angle, because as Bob said, the water will roll right off the canvas. Let's take this. Let's bring this right around the corner. Some more. We can just go. Come on, go around the corner. There we go. There we go. Got a water line. Wipe off the knife. And now, let's see. We need to add some more snow. So let's take some more titanium white. There we go. Spread this out a little bit. Where's my brush with the white? Right here. Any blue. And then let's say this actually goes like this. There we go. Just cuts that right off. There we go. Now, let's need to make a little more of that gray color. Let's take a little white. And where's my fan brush with that? Some black. Make some more gray. Right. So let's see. Let's put a tree right here. And I don't think that's dark enough, so let's darken that up. Add some more black to it. Touch of blue. I'm gonna need some more black. Black. Oh, come on, get dark. There we go. All right. Left, right. Tap this one in. I'm going to have him come down farther so he's more in the foreground. And that'll push those trees back. There we go. So let's take a brush with the white on it. Put a little more white. Take some of this shadow, pull it down. And there we go. Some lines in there so it looks like snow. Okay. So that's the left side. What are we doing on the right side? We need to add some trees back into that gray color. And let's put a tree right here. Tap, tap, tap. Left to right. Reload the brush. Actually, I don't think this is dark enough. But that's all right. Tap, tap. Fill this in. How far down do I want to go? A little farther. Yeah, that's about good. Add another one next to it. So he's here. Tap, tap, tap. Left to right, right to left. And once I get down here, it'll just fill in. There's no real definition. Okay. Let's see. Let's put one more. And he's at an angle right here. He got stepped on when he was growing. There we go. And now, let's just fill this in just a little bit more. Actually, I could probably bring this to hide that. There we go. So now what Bob did was he went into basically black and put a very dark tree along the side. So what that does is it puts it to the front and pushes these back. So I'm going to go here. Again, left to right, tapping, working your way down. Pink. Tap. Turn it over, use the other side. Darker, but that's okay. Tap, tap, tap. And voila. Then I'm going to pull some of this dark down here, the reflection. So, and with the 2-inch brush, let's pull it down and then across. Here's our reflection. Okay, now we need a little snow. Some of this clean white over here. Pull it out. Bit of snow. Put some snow right under here. Snow, snow, snow. Here we go, some snow. And finally, scrape a little water line. That looks kind of icy. Let's take maybe little water lines out there. And I think we got a finished painting. I think I need to clean. Hang on, let's clean this up a little right here. I don't like those squared edges. Gotta tap them out. All right. Now, I think we got a finished painting. Just got to sign it. Find here's my little one. Actually, sign it in black this time. Go into this black. Add some thinner. Make it like Indian ink, basically. Just twirl the brush so you get a point. And 4. And the number of the painting is 54. Voila. All done. Another one in the books. Clean that off afterwards. Send me a picture and I might do it. And where is it? Thank you, Jess. Danny sent me a picture. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on. Danny sent me. Where did I put that? I thought I saved it. Why don't I see it? Where? Oh, I know. I can see that. Discord. Discord on here. What? Well, anyways, I did one. Danny sent me. What was it called? Little Dominique Canyon. There it is. Present. This was what I painted for Danny. I don't know what I did with the picture. I thought I had it with it, but I don't see it. I'd show you the original. I don't know. So I did this for Danny, and then I actually, where is that? Did it change? Yeah. I did it a second time. That was the first one. And then I redid it. And this was the second one. I tried to lighten up the stonework, those are the rocks in the mountain. And I sent the first one to Danny. She has it. So, and then Sue, where is that one? Good old Sue sent me one. That I'm going to try to do for her at some point, but I don't think I'll be able to, because if you look at it, I won't be able to do the dock. This is what Sue sent me. And I started, what did I do with that? Where did I put that? I had started it. Oh, let me swap. So this was the start of Sue's. I got the sky and the first line of trees in the background, but then I got to the dock and couldn't do a dock to save my life. I told her to hang on for a while. I'll get to it, but and then Jess sent me this one, and I'm trying to figure out how to do the rocks on the beach. because I just don't want to make it sand. I want it to look like this. So I'm trying to figure out, I can do the sky, I can do the building, maybe the wave, but the rocks on the beach, I don't know. So I'm still working on that. So Jess, I didn't forget about you. Oh, and can you hear that? Or do I got to move them closer? Yeah, like I said, I just can't figure out how to do the rocks. I got to do them beforehand, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm working on it. I'll figure it out, and then all right, let's try this.
One thing, if you try and you don't succeed, if you learn from it, it's not a failure.
Wrong one. I want to do it as an underpainting, like put it on either with acrylic first, and then let it dry, and then paint over it with like liquid clear, so then it would look like it's wet, so more like a beach. Believe me, I've been thinking about how to do it. Oh, great. Good job if they recognize it. Actually, it's in isn't it in art in the Discord? I think it's under art. And that's what Danny's picture is. If I had Discord on this machine, I'd show you the original picture. But I don't have Discord. But okay, so I guess that's about it for today. Like I said, I'm gonna put a post this weekend in the community section about painting together, doing a painting together. Actually, I already ordered the basic paint set. It should be here today, so I'll look what comes in it, what painting they're gonna have us do, and I'll come up with a bunch of different ways that you can buy the equipment for on the cheap. Like you could actually go to Home Depot to pick up the brushes if you're just going to try it once, instead of spending any money on brushes, because brushes can run you, especially a full set of brushes can. I bought a full set of brushes from this guy, Bram Bevins. It's paint with Bram. Actually, I have it. There's a little sticker right here. And he has a set of brushes. They were, I think they're about $80 for a single set, a 2-inch brush, a 1-inch brush, a fan brush, a blender brush, a foliage brush, and I forget what you call this, but it's a one full set of brushes, about $80. So brushes can be expensive. You can try it in acrylic, but it's going to dry way too fast. That's the problem with acrylic, is by the time you're adding another layer, your first layer is dry and it's just acting like glue. All right. I guess that's it for today. I will, like I said, I'll post this weekend in the community tab what to get, and then I forget what mine was. It was 2-pack. Hang on. Let's look. Because I'll show you what I get. This is what I get. It's a canvas pad. There's 10 sheets to the pad. And actually, the one I get is it's a 2-pack. Where'd my mouse go? Let's see, where's orders? Canvas pad. So the 16 by 20 2 pads is $30. So it ain't bad, but well, if you have the brushes, you can do it with, if you don't want to use thinner, you can use linseed oil instead. I find it a pain in the butt, and it is expensive. But what else I do is I buy a roll of wall covering, not wallpaper, wall covering. So like if you're going to repair a hole in a wall or a damaged wall, this is the type of paper you want. It's a lot heavier. And then I forget what it is for a roll. It's like $9 for a 50-foot roll. And I cut it to the size I want. And then I use gesso and give it 2 coats of gesso, and then you can paint on it. So that could be another way. I know people do that with, I don't know if you do it for watercolors, but I use this white gesso, but I actually mix it with gray gesso, so it's a grayish color, so I know when I put my liquid white on, I can see where it's applied. Because if you're trying to put white on white, you can't see it. So making the canvas gray makes it so you can actually see where you're applying your liquid white. But yeah, that's right. He's a grifter. He should be able to afford it. All right. So again, I'll put the stuff in the community tab, and then I'll probably do it in, what is now? The 29th. Maybe right after Christmas. I don't know. I'll you guys can let me know in the post when you want to do it. If you want to do it right before Christmas or right after the New Year, it doesn't matter to me, but let me get the info in there this weekend, and then we can go from there. So, but other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, since this is the start of the weekend, and I will see you all next week. Bye.